How about that? Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Yes. Okay. So I'm sitting here in my car, and let me see if I can show you guys this. I got my setup here, but let me see. It's here. I'm so excited. Software update. What is this? 2021.32.25. Let's get in. Okay. 25 minutes to install. Bam! It's happening, guys. Oh. Okay. You guys, I know a lot of my viewers were able to get their scores up to 100. Any of you get the button yet? I don't really have a lot planned. I'm just sitting here scrolling through Twitter, hoping, just trying to keep my excitement to a minimum. I'm glad you guys are here with me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I figured I'd live stream it just because I don't have all night. You guys got any questions? If you don't have the update yet, Tesla is notorious for rolling out an update one car at a time, or maybe in batches of 25 or 30 or something. So I would just keep checking. Maybe you could check back every 15, 20 minutes. Maybe get some sleep and check back in an hour or two in the morning. I know a lot of you got it in the last minute. I don't know when they finalized the list. I wish they were more open about that, but I'm pretty sure anybody who has 100 should get it. Okay, I guess we're still waiting 30 more seconds for it to begin, and then we have another 25 minutes of content to fill before I'll actually have the beta on my car. And I'm going to show you guys the new UI. I'll probably drive around the block, and then after that, I probably won't do a whole lot of driving tonight because, well, it is 12:30 in the morning, and I want to get out during the day while there's traffic on the road and we'll see people and do some of that. But we will do a first test drive, see the new UI, see if there's any new cool buttons or features. I did get an email from Tesla saying just be super cautious. Oh, it's restarting. Be super cautious. Make sure that you're paying attention at all the time because it just stuff. But there was no contract to sign. There was an email link that I could reach out to Tesla with any questions or concerns, and also to opt out of the beta if I wanted to do so. Also, they said there would be a button in the car that I could press, would record. It's kind of like the the Sentry mode button, where you click it, it saves the previous 5 minutes, the next 5 minutes, or whatever it is, saves a short clip, or on honk it saves. But it was for the that button would be for Tesla's autopilot team, and it wouldn't save it. It said I wouldn't be able to view it, but if I click that button, it would save the clip and send it directly to the autopilot team. And that if I had some concerns, I could email them, and in the email I should include if I sent a clip in, so they could find it and link it up to my email. You guys have any? I did not actually get an email first, so I found the update. I didn't get the email for 10 minutes after the update rolled out to me. But I did get an email. It did not say anything about my safety score. I see that question from Director Daniel Mason. So it didn't say anything about my safety score, what would be the minimum, what would be the maximum. It just said drive safe. At any moment, something could go wrong, so I have to be attentive at all times. They want me to be extra super duper cautious, which, I mean, I've been because I got 100, just like a lot of you did. I really wish I could talk more about those of you who have 100 who don't have it yet. There is a slight possibility they finalize their list back on Friday when they plan to roll it out, but I would assume if they don't let you in tonight, it'd probably be tomorrow or something. I can't imagine they would just be like, no, if you don't have 100 by Friday night, I'm sure you're fine. But like I said, I don't work for Tesla. I don't have any say. I wish I did. Any other questions? The car is restarting. Like I said, it's software 2021.32.25. I was really hoping I was going to get 2021.36 because my app says I'll get a bunch of new features when I hit .36, and I really plan to make. I have like 100 videos planned when I hit 36, like all the new features they got rolled out. But it is not. It's still .32. My previous build was .32.22.21, I think it was. That was the one where we got the button. So this is not a major change, I guess, but I'm getting FSD beta. I'm not quite sure how that works. I'm not sure if we get on a different software stack or if we just have more features unlocked. That is not, yep. Okay, keep going. More questions. Okay, so Melody Lane, 330 here. So Melody, you have 100. You've had 100 the whole time. Yeah. So when the FSD button came out, I didn't get it till 3 in the morning. It was like, oh, everybody's gonna get it at midnight Friday 2 weeks ago, and you all have the button to push. But it's like I saw people on Twitter from 1 in the morning all the way through Sunday the next day saying they got it. And because everybody got on Twitter and shouted out when they got it, so you could actually see the progression of when people got their update. So I think it should be better this time because that was who knows how many cars, how many hundreds of thousands of cars. But this is just what, 2,000? Because there's 1,000 previous beta testers and then 1,000 or so they're adding this time. So I'm assuming it's probably batches of 25 to 100 cars, and so you should probably expect it before 3 a.m. But I wouldn't guarantee that we're all going to get it at the same time. I've only seen a few people have it on Twitter so far, but we are 30 minutes into the rollout. So I would just keep checking, just keep waiting. I know it's frustrating but we'll all get there. But if you have had it this whole time, you'll have it before you wake up in the morning. If you don't fall asleep, but who's gonna do that, right? Okay, what do we got? Okay, so is 10.2 better than 10.1? That is a great question. Elon Musk is the most optimistic person ever. So if you ask him, 10.2 is 1,000 times better than 10.1. But it is so how software updates work is the 10. Anytime you change the first number is a major upgrade. So if it goes from 10 to 11, you're going to see crazy changes. That means they're changing like more. It's just a bigger update. Anytime you do a dot number, so the .1, .2, that's just going to be a minor upgrade. They're changing some. I mean, it's still significant. And then anytime you do another dot, so like the software I'm getting is 2021, stands for the year, .32.25. So it's like the more dots you have, the more decimal places you have, or whatever you want to call it, the less significant the feature is. And they just do this so you can look at it and you can see which build it's on, and you can compare it to previous builds. So we don't actually have official word on what is the difference between 10.1 and 10.2. We are still waiting for Tesla to make it one single stack. So in the parking lots, there's a different AI stack that runs the car than the one that runs on the freeway and the one that runs in downtown, like around people and stop signs and stoplights. So if you watch the videos from the OG beta testers, they actually, as they get on the highway, you can see the software actually physically change on the screen to the one where I've been running on my car this whole time. So we are 10.2. 10.0 was supposed to be the time where they changed that completely. It went from 3 separate stacks to 1 stack. But they pushed it back, and it was supposed to be 10.1. And when that one came out, we still didn't have it. So hopefully 10.2 is when we get that. It's supposed to be a big step change. Maybe that's why it's a day late. But we won't know until I get the release notes, which is, ooh, big jump, maybe 15 minutes away. It looks like I'm halfway there. So however long I've been talking, we're that far away from getting this. Let's see what other questions we have. Ooh, the car just stopped charging. I think that's just because it was, yep, all the lights turned off. The whole car shut down. Probably. Sorry about the darkness, guys. I didn't have the best streaming setup. This is only the second time I've ever streamed, but I wanted to be here for you guys. I wanted to yeah, help. I wanted to open this up. I want to be as open as Tesla will let me. I didn't have to sign any NDAs or anything, which is awesome. Elon Musk did say that he wasn't sure why they had the NDAs because nobody was really following them, and they seem kind of loosely worded, like you can do anything as long as it's not bad, and we won't have any problems. But if you start slandering us in the news or something, then that's not okay. But I didn't have to sign anything like that. So I guess that's open. I don't know if I can share the email. The email is pretty basic. I just want to be really cautious. I don't want to get in trouble here, but I want to share with you guys as much as I can. And if you like that and you want to stay tuned and don't want to miss out on future updates or future videos, go ahead and subscribe, guys. I'm really hoping to get to 500 subscribers this week, because then I can start doing community posts and I can keep you updated via that. Also, like this video, blah, 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 blah. Oh, follow me on Twitter. I am active on Twitter. I've helped multiple people get up to 100. You've seen my videos. I've been using the data I collect from Twitter to help formulate how best to hack the Tesla safety score, get everybody up to 100 so we can all have this beautiful, amazing software. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter. The link is in the bio, I think. Wasn't quite sure setting up the software, but I think it's down there. And share my videos, guys. I started this YouTube channel to help people become Tesla experts. I have an obsession with Tesla, and I wanted to share that with the world. And I found there was a lacking in just really simple, short videos, which this of course is not. Simple, short videos that just help people find certain features they didn't know about. So that is the purpose of my channel. And now I guess I'm a beta tester also. So that's always fun. Let's see, comments. Okay. Yeah, so I will be showing the screen, guys. Right now it's just black. As you can see, the whole car is off except for the screen, which says software updating to 2021.32.25. So we're halfway updated. So everything's just off. I will show you the release notes and anything else we have when the car starts back up. But for now, that's still working. It's still working on it. So there's nothing to see here. Literally, I'm sitting in a dark car in my driveway as the headlights flash on and off as the car does its thing. So if you got any questions, shoot them in the comments. I'm running out of things to say. We can maybe jump over to Twitter and see what people are saying over there. Let's do that. Let's see what we got on Twitter. Holmars is just been tweeting about this all day. Got a lot of people. Ooh, someone's got the driving the notes already. So let's open this up. Maybe. There it goes. Okay, autopilot improvement. Okay, I can't actually read this. But they're here. If you, I'll leave that up for now. Let's see, maybe do that. Move that around. Okay, you guys have any other questions for me? So, any thoughts? I'm reading Director Daniel Mason's comment right here. So said 5,000 miles. Yeah, so a lot of people have been tweeting about using this new app someone made to help determine how many miles you have to drive. It's been bugging me though because it's more just convincing people not to try. Um, it is true, the more miles you've driven, the harder it is to change your score for better or worse. So if you have 2,000 miles and you got 100%, it's going to be a lot harder to get your score down below 100%. And the exact same true the other way. If you have 75% with 2,000 miles, it's going to be really hard to move your score up at all. But this app keeps telling people they got to drive crazy amounts of miles to increase their score. And I've seen multiple of my subscribers say they did it in a tenth or even less miles than it suggested. But they did that by following the advice of my videos. So if you haven't seen my video, Hacking the Tesla Safety Score, or the do's and don'ts of Tesla Safety Score, go watch those. They break it down for you guys. They make it really simple. They ultimately though, it just comes down to focusing on what's hurting your safety score the most and focusing on that. So if you have aggressive turning, go hit a roundabout and just get some turning in. I actually had one guy on Twitter. He followed my advice and he got pulled over by a cop because he was just driving in circles on a roundabout for, I think he said 20 minutes, and someone pulled him over because I guess someone called him in and said, hey, there's just some crazy guy driving around in circles at the roundabout next to the college. But the cop was fine. I mean, it's not illegal. It's totally fine. But they did find it odd. So, but I believe he said he got his score up to 100 that day. So you just gotta decide what's hurting your score. Start at the top of the list. If you have unsafe following distance above a 1.2, you got to focus on that first. Because I believe a 1.2 is the highest you can have it and still have 100. So if you've got like a 1.3 or even a 2, you got to hit the road and you just got to get those miles. Put it on autopilot. You can also do unsafe following at the same time. But unsafe following is, you have to be above like a 20 before you even hurt your score. So if you throw a 10 in there with the other ones, it's going to hurt your score faster. But unsafe following distance isn't a big deal. But if you're already on the freeway, turn autopilot off, get behind a semi. Semis are really nice. They keep the same speed. Semi drivers, they go as fast as they can without getting pulled over, and they do exactly that speed the whole time. So you just get right behind them. It's really easy to keep that perfect distance. And then maybe after 30 miles, pull over and check your score, see if you're doing good, that way you're not hurting your score for 600 miles and you didn't know it. So follow the semi, get off after 30 miles, check that your score went up instead of down, and then just get back on the road and keep doing it. If you really want to get your score up. But after that, it's heartbreaking. And I think the best thing to do is either get on the freeway and take a nice, so you get on the freeway and then you get off and you take an exit and you just slowly go down the exit, get back on the freeway and go down another one. Either that, or you just find a really big hill and you just slowly roll down it and you go right back up. So I've seen both of those working for people. Let's hop over the comments here. Yeah, so director Daniel Mason, I think 1.1 Ford collision warning is fine. That's totally doable. You have to get your aggressive turning and your aggressive braking down to a 0.1. That's going to be easier to do than getting your Ford collision warning down to, I think it's like a 0.5 or 0.6 to get back up to 100. If you got it down to a 0.5 or 0.6, that would be amazing and be easier to get up, but you'd have to drive double the miles you've already driven. So I would find that hill, find that roundabout, and work on those because that's going to get your score up faster. I think a 99 is going to be fine. I think the next rollout is going to be 99. So I'd probably just stick with it. I wouldn't spend too much time on it. So someone on Twitter said only 3s and Ys have gotten it so far. That's interesting. I haven't heard that yet. Of course, I've been doing this. My wife is just rolling her eyes at me because I've been like smiling ear to ear, jumping up and down. And and she started getting frustrating because I literally was like shaking so hard I couldn't plug my my speaker in or my hard drive or anything. So I think I dropped my phone like 6 times trying to get it mounted right here. But yeah, so I haven't seen much on Twitter, but apparently only 3s and Ys have gotten F so far. If you so that I forget who it was who was saying that she hasn't gotten it yet. Melody Lane. Do you have a Model X or Model S? It'd be interesting to know. Go ahead and comment. Keep going here. So yeah, Ada, I just saw your comment. You have 100. You drove more than 1,000 miles. Yeah, if you guys don't have it yet, I wouldn't be too worried. This whatever software, whatever computer. Let me get my words straight here. So whatever computer Tesla is using to push the beta out, it actually has to connect to each car and transfer the information, right? So it's not just like it can only process so many vehicles at a time. I don't know what that number is, but I know it's a fixed number. Maybe 25, maybe 100, but it's not 1,000, right? These are really big packets of data, and they can only transfer so much data at a time. So I think each car is going to get it. Once one car has finished downloading the update, it'll move on to the next car. So it is a queue. So if you don't have it yet, you're just going to have to. It'll probably be an hour, 3 hours at max, I think, because there's only a few cars. Oh, the screen just flashed at me. I think we'll be here in the next 2-3 minutes. We'll have the release notes. Let me see if there's any other questions. Oh, someone's asking about Twitter. Yeah, okay. So, quick, when I'm using regen on my brakes, so let's hit this. No. So when I'm getting off the freeway, I only use regen. I do not hit the brakes. If you hit the brakes, you've gone too far. And I try to keep regen under 1/3, like in the 1/4 to 1/3. You got the green bar that measures how much regen you're getting, and I like to keep it really low. So probably about 1/3. You can go as high as 1/3 to 1/4. You want it high enough that it's actually going to register, because I've been told if you go too low, it doesn't register as braking. But you want to keep it low enough that you can just brake forever, as long as you have enough runway, right? If you have like 700 feet and you can brake for all 700 feet, you're going to get like 30 seconds of braking, which for your everyday normal driving, you're only going to get like 3 seconds per stop. And maybe you stop, I don't know, my commute, I only stop like 7 times to get to work and back. So I had to get on the road and actually spend time braking to fix my hard braking. And then for turning, it just depends on how straight your commute is. I get on the freeway and I just go straight to my work. There's not a whole lot of bends. But if you're weaving out in and out of traffic and you have like 700 turns to get to your work, you're gonna need to spend a lot of time turning to get that score up. So it all depends on how much time you've actually spent and whatever. But yeah, just keep your regen minimal. But you can just use that green bar. Yeah. Okay, I'm rambling. Let's move on. So I have a lot of people commenting on this that getting your cheating or hacking the Tesla safety score isn't safe because they only want to give it to people who are safe drivers. But I've had more people tell me that this has taught them how to be safer drivers. So now even when they're not thinking about it, they just default to being really safe drivers, and they actually always have more distance in front of them. And it's like they never realized that they were doing stuff that was dangerous. But by practicing this, which is what you're doing when you get on the road and you haven't done this, you're actually practicing how to be a safe driver. And it's actually helping teach people. This music. We're back online, guys. Okay, I don't want to get... Yeah, I'm not even monetized yet. I'm not sure why I'm worried about getting demonetized. Okay, release notes. Let me turn you guys around here. Okay. And we're updating. Okay. So, can I make this full screen? I guess not. Full self-driving beta. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. Full self-driving is in early limited access beta and must be used with additional caution. It may do the wrong thing at the worst time. So yeah, this is what the email told me. This is word for word what I got in the email. So you must always keep your hands on the wheel and pay extra attention to the road. Do not become complacent. When full self-driving is enabled, your vehicle will make lane changes off highway. Select forks to follow your navigation route. Navigate around other vehicles and objects and make left and right turns. Use full self-driving in limited beta only if you will pay constant attention to the road and be prepared to act immediately, especially around blind corners, crossing intersections, and in narrow driving situations. Driving visualization improvements. Okay. Let me just check real quick if you guys have any comments for me. Okay, keeping going. The driving visualization has been improved to better support full self-driving capabilities. When full self-driving is engaged and apps are not displayed, the driving visualization will expand to show additional surrounding information. To disable the expanded full self-driving visualization, tap Controls, Autopilot. With the larger visualization, select items have slightly moved but will continue to look and behave the same. Okay? Cabin camera. Oh, big red. Okay. The cabin camera above your rear view mirror can now determine driver inattentiveness and provide you with audible alerts. Oh, okay. Interesting. To remind you to keep your eyes on the road when autopilot is engaged, camera images do not leave the vehicle itself, which means the system cannot save or transmit information unless you enable data sharing. To change your data settings, tap Control, Safety and Security, data. Okay, I have a video on that. That's okay. And then these. Yeah, okay, so that's it, guys. That's our release notes. Apparently, we're supposed to have a button. Let's put it in Drive, shall we? Oh, I'm going to have to change that now, aren't I? That's okay. Oh. Okay, guys. First, I guess we got to unplug it. So, we're charging all night so we can get this going. Okay. Put it in Drive. Nope. Everything's looking the same. Let's go to Autopilot. Phil's car must be in park. Okay. So apparently, first thing you got to do when you get to Autopilot is I got this new button. Expanded full self-driving visualization and full self-driving beta. Okay. We're going to keep going. We got more things to read. Full self-driving. Okay. But we already read that all, didn't we? Yep. Model Y will make lane changes off highway, select force to follow, blah, blah, blah. Use it in limited beta only if you pay constant attention to the road. And prepare to act immediately, especially around blind corners, crossing intersections, and narrow driveway situations. Do you want to enable? It is in limited beta. They are very, very clear. Absolutely 100% clear that this is a limited beta and you need to be paying attention. This is the third or fourth time they told me this, so we're going to accept that. We'll close out of that and let's see if there's new Oh, oh, look at that. Whoa, that is way more detailed. I mean, hey.
They went full screen.
Oh, oh, thank you. Oh, that was my wife. She's watching in the house. I totally forgot. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to do this. That one? There we go. Okay, audio. Let's also turn lights on. Thanks, Dad. Okay. Okay, guys. I need to pay more attention to your comments. Sorry about that. Okay, so Melody Lane did say she has an X, and we did see that. Okay. You guys have any questions about this? I don't know what you missed and what you got. I'm just so excited. I can't keep it in, and I'm trying to pay attention so I can help you guys out here. Oh, you guys want to see the release notes again? Yeah, so I did promise you guys a drive, but Twitter, YouTube only lets you live stream from your phone if you have 1,000 subscribers or more. So if I leave the driveway, I lose internet connectivity, and I can't do that. I'm gonna get my wife in here. Maybe we can hotspot it. So give me 1 second. Malco. Okay, she'll come back out here. She's watching inside. The only people with Twitter followers are getting it so far. I don't have any Twitter followers. You guys should follow me on Twitter. I have, I think, 26. And I hit that this week because I've just been posting about beta. Can I borrow your phone and hotspot? I can't drive.
Are you driving?
I have to be connected to the internet to stream this.
Are you gonna drive?
I was thinking about it.
It's like 1 in the morning.
I'm just gonna go around the block. There's nothing interesting around here, guys. Like we're in a town. We're in an unincorporated area. There's not even a town here. But oh, you guys have more questions for me? Yeah, I have set it up. So someone just said you're not allowed to drive while streaming. I have set it up so that I can go hands free. So I have a holder for my phone, and I can set everything, all my electronics out of the way, and be safe driving. And check your comments when I get back. You can tell I'm not very good at checking comments anyways, and there's no way we try and do that while driving. But I just set it up so you guys can see the visualizations. I can't say that word. And the road.
This was
But
so funny.
hmm?
He said, it's 2 a.m.
Okay. Who was 2 Tim Nicholson. Yeah, appreciate your comments. 2 a.m. It is early to watch some guy ramble about his car in his driveway. Maybe talking about going around the block. Ooh, the heater is on. That is way too hot. Okay. But this is the world we live in, right? Any questions?
Play with the visualization.
Let's play with the visualization. So, oh, you should get out and walk in front, my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun to watch people walk around. So here's my visualization. This is way more detailed than anything I've had so far. You can see my Audi in the car. You can see my wife walking around. And then if you zoom out, oh, what happened? We lost it. What happened, guys? I was watching the phone, not the video. And ooh, look at that! It's all glitching out. Okay, we're back. Autopilot. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Everything disappeared. So that's fun. Yeah. I'm gonna try to, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna try to get on the road. I'm gonna make sure no one has any more questions.